between those solids, liquids, and gases. Solids, liquids, and gases. Coming to talk about property, this is we are going to write property and solid state about solid state, then liquid state. See once what are the properties of property and states of matter. First property is shape. What is the first property? Shape. Is that visible? Yeah. First property is shape. What is the first property? Shape. So solids have definite shape. Solids have definite shape. It has a fixed shape. We already discussed. So liquids take the shape of the container. Liquid takes the shape of container. Okay, but do not necessarily occupy all the values. So what we can say, but do not, what we can necessarily occupy, necessarily occupy all the values. All the values. And what about the gases? Gases take the shape of the container by gases take the shape of container, by occupying whole of the space. By occupy the whole of the space. So what we consider here, see once, look carefully. Property we are discussing shape for the solid, liquid, gases. To talk for that, solid, it has a definite shape, fixed shape. Okay, liquid has no fixed shape, but it has a shape depend on its container. Where the liquid filled in the container, that liquid will get the shape of container. But one thing, that liquid never occupy the whole space of the container. It is not necessary to occupy the complete volume of the container. But gases can occupy the whole property of the container, whole volume of the container, because it has a much more intermolecular space between the molecules of gases. That's why it is also depends on the shape of the container, but that gas volume will occupy whole of the container volume. Understand? Coming to the another property to talk, volume. What you may talk, another property is volume. Let's we discuss the property is volume. Okay. Second one is we're going to talk volume. What is the another property we are talking? Volume. Another property is volume. What we can, solids have a definite volume, of course. Solids have definite volume. What we can say? Definite volume. It has definite volume. But liquid, of course, liquid has definite volume. Liquid has definite volume. Liquid has definite volume. But gases will take volume of the container. Gases take the volume of the container. Gases take volume of the container. Understand? Because how much the volume of container consists, that much we have to fill. Understand? That's why gases are taking volume of the container. So, but what we can, solid and liquid has fixed volume. And coming to that, rigidity or flexibility. What we can, rigidity or flexibility. Rigidity or flexibility. Coming to talk, what about the meaning of rigidity and flexibility? So means how the shape, it is fixed or not, is it move or not, how like. So solids are rigid shape, rigid. So liquids and gases are flexible. What we can say, flexible. How they can easily flow at anywhere, because those two are fluids. What we can call, those two are fluids. Understand? Coming to talk, another thing is, what is the another thing? Okay, coming to that, another type of character is compressibility. What is that? Compressibility. Compressibility. Compressibility is directly proportional to the space between the molecules. Means, imagine one, take a syringe. Do you know syringe? Take a syringe without needle. Syringe we know well, which is help to inject the injection to our body or to living organisms. Understand? With help of needle. But we are taking now syringe without needle. So that is complete in drying condition. And now we are pulling and pushing the piston through the syringe. Now and then we are closing the nozzle of the syringe and pushing and pulling the piston. What we may observe, before it was very flexible and comfortable to push and pull the piston in syringe, but by closing the nozzle with our finger, it is difficult to push and pull the piston. Same time, take water and utilize the piston to compress. And take wood, a piece of wood or stone and try to compress. Which condition is easy to compress or push or pull the piston? We may say in air is completely easy to, in drying condition in air, it is completely easy and flexible to compress the piston. In water, somewhat difficult, in solid, complete difficult. So, gaseous molecules have high space between them, means intermolecular space is more. At the same time, in liquid has minimum and in solids least. So we already discussed how the shape, by discussing with the drawing also, compressibility is almost nil for solids. Almost nil for solids means it consists least intermolecular space. It consists least intermolecular space. Coming to that, almost nil, very large. Here what we can say, almost nil, but what we can say, we should not consider here some space it consists. So what we can say, some space means less. Here what we can consider, so very large means more, less, least. Understand? So coming to that, another state of, another property, density. What we can, density. Let me discuss that density. Density is the rate of change of mass, means rate of mass volume, means density is the mass per volume. What we can say, density is the mass per volume. So coming to talk, another thing is density for the solids. Solids have large density. We have large density, and liquids has also large density. What we can say, it is also having large density, and these are having very less density. It is having very less density. And the free surfaces, what we can say, another thing is free surfaces. What we can, free surfaces. Another property is, another property is so consider that free surfaces. Free surfaces. Coming to talk about that, free surfaces. What we can, free surfaces. Solids can have, so solids have free any number of surfaces, and liquids can have only one free surface. It have only one free surface. And gases has no free surfaces. It has no free surfaces. What is that I'm calling free surfaces? Means when you are observing, suppose if you observe, this is a what, desktop. This is one free surface, this is one surface, this is one. So number of surfaces it consists. Liquid, if you fill in container, it consists of the surface only. Gases we can't consider because we can't look. So that's why no more free surfaces to that. And coming to that, diffusion, what we can say, another one is a diffusion. Another property is what we can talk about that, diffusion. But we can, diffusion. Coming to talk, diffusion is a property. What is that? Diffusion is a property. Solids do not diffuse. Solids do not diffuse. Means it never diffuses itself. Means what we can say, itself. It can diffuse into the other substances. Diffuse means what we can complete dissolve. Diffuse means compute dissolve or distribute uniformly throughout the substance. Distribute uniform throughout substance. Liquid diffuse slowly. Liquid diffuse slowly. Gases diffuse rapidly. Gases diffuse rapidly. What we can say rapidly means very fast. Rapidly means very fast. Very fast. So diffusion, suppose what before we already discussed, take a sugar particles or salt particles and add into the water. After mixing well together, we may observe the sugar or salt particles will completely dissolve in water. Means the solid particles are diffused or distributed uniformly throughout the substance. Those are entered into the space between the molecules. Understand? So gases can diffuse into the water. That's why organic means aquatic animals and aquatic plants are living under the water. And the gases can diffuse in our blood also. Solids can diffuse into the liquids and gases. Camphor, naphthalene balls are directly converted into the gases. Okay, gases can diffuse liquids. Solids can diffuse liquids. Gases can diffuse into the gases. Liquids can diffuse into the liquids. But where the space is more between the molecules, the particles, that matter can diffuse fastly, rapidly. Diffuse is directly proportional to the space between the molecules. Compressibility is directly proportional to the space between the molecules, means intermolecular space. Understand? This is the comparisons of solids, liquid, gases by following the properties. Okay? Note on that. So we'll discuss some more again. Yeah, finished. So coming to talk interconversion of matter. Generally, we discuss matter exists in three states: solid, liquid, gases. But before we said it exists in five states. What we discussed, five states. Those what we discussed in that, they are not in the phenomena to change the matter. They are under the microscopic level. They are under the microscopic level because those are not a permanent state. Those are permanent, not permanent. One is plasma, one is BI, both Einstein state. Okay, coming to talk. Another thing is effect of changing temperature on matter. Effect of changing temperature on matter. How temperature shows effect on to change the state of matter. Okay, how it will be, let me discuss. Yeah, let me discuss effect of changing temperature on matter. Effect of changing temperature on matter. So coming to talk about how state of matter can change, how state of matter can change. So let's we talk about how it can change. Take some ice cubes in a container. What you are taking? Ice cubes. Okay, what are those? Ice cubes container. Okay, we are giving heat energy to the ice cubes. What you are giving? Heat energy. We are giving what we are giving? Heat energy to the ice cubes. Okay. So what we may observe by giving heat energy to the ice cubes? While giving heat energy to the ice cubes are start to melt. Ice cubes are start to melt. Start to melt. Means the ice cubes are start to melt means it converts into liquid. Means it converts into what we can say water. Is it? By giving heat energy to that, the solid state of substance is converted into the liquid state of substance. What I'm saying? Water. So by giving heat energy, what happens? The solid state is converted into liquid state. The ice cubes are converted into the water. If you continue the give means if you continue to give the heat energy means if you give excess heat energy to that, further again giving heat energy, further again giving heat energy, what we can say. So these water can change. Water can change. However, it start to boil. It start to boil. Means when you are giving continuous heat energy to the water, it starts to boil. What happens? It starts to boil. Means the liquid state is converting into the water vapor. Converting into the water vapor. Means that is in the gaseous state. What is that? Gaseous state. It is in liquid state. It is in solid state. Coming to talk about here, while we are giving temperature means giving heat energy to the solid, it is changing to the liquid and it changing to the gaseous state. Then how temperature affect to change the state of matter? To talk about that, generally solids are having high intermolecular force. High intermolecular force means what we can say, it has the least space between the molecules. So while we are giving heat energy to that, the temperature starts to break the bond force between the molecules. It increases the space between the molecules. By that, the particles will flow at any surface like it converts into the water. Then further giving heat energy continuously, the space will continuously increases between the molecules, then they may change their state to convert from one state to another state. Then how those are changing from one state to another state? Let's discuss how those are changing. How those are okay? Then see once. Coming to talk, see here, this is a solid state. What is that? Solid state. We are giving heat energy to the solid state. This is symbol for heat energy. What is that? Symbol for heat energy. Okay, but as giving heat energy to the solid state, it starts to convert into the liquid state. Further giving continuous heat energy to the liquid state, it starts to convert into gaseous state. Okay, so further giving continuous heat energy, but I'm not showing complete arrow marks to that. Why? Because see here, when you are giving heat energy to the solid state, means it gaining the heat energy. What happens? It is gaining heat energy. Means gaining means what we can absorb. What we can say? Absorb. Okay, it receives. What we can? It receives. Okay. See here what we can say. The solid state is converted to liquid by gaining the heat energy. The liquid state is converted to the gaseous state by gaining the heat energy. Understand? Same as if you decrease the temperature, what happens? If you decrease the temperature, the gaseous state will convert into the liquid state. The gaseous state converting into the liquid state. What we can, by decreasing the temperature, the liquid state is converting into the solid state. In this condition, what we are discussing, decreasing temperature or liberated. What we can say? Liberated temperature. Means leave out, give out, give out or give off. Okay, release out. What I'm going to say, example to understand that, take an solid ice cube just before we discussed. Solid ice cubes means solid state of water. Best example what I'm saying to you, water. Solid state of water. Solid state of water. What is that? Ice. We're taking ice, okay? What we're taking ice and giving to energy to that. So what we may observe by giving heat energy, ice start to melt into the water. So coming to talk about here, so if you take ice from the fridge to open atmosphere, we may observe that start to melt and converting to the water. If you continue giving heat, and suppose when you are boiling the water, while we are boiling the water to bath, what we can, by boiling the water to bath, what we observe here, the water rising the temperature, but further heating to the water, it start to boil, means it start to evaporate, means it can start to converting to the water vapor, start to converting to the water vapor. This is what I'm saying, solid state of water, and this is liquid state of water, of course, liquid state. This is gas state of water. But we can say gas state of water. Gas state of water. Understand? So by increasing temperature, by giving continuous heat energy to the one state to another, it receiving temperature and changing the what happens? It state. At the same time, what I'm going to say, if we decrease the temperature to the water vapor means that we can say steam. What is that? Steam. If we decrease the temperature, imagine during the winter morning, in this morning or winter mornings, what we can observe, the water droplets are forming on outer surface of the window pane, vehicles or glasses, grass, leaves, such as those. Because by decreasing the temperature, what happens? The steam converting to the water, or water vapor converting to the water, the gaseous state is converting into the liquid state. Suppose take a cool water bottle from the deep refrigerator and place in open atmosphere. After some interval of time, we may observe some water droplets are forming at outer surface of the water bottle because of dew forming from the open atmosphere. So coming to that, by decreasing the temperature, the water vapor change into the water, means by decreasing the temperature, the gaseous state is changes to the liquid state. Gaseous state is changing to the liquid state. Then further decreasing the temperature, it's converting into the ice, means it's converting into the solid. Why? Because take a water bottle which is filled with water and place in a deep refrigerator. After some interval of time, if you look out, if you take out the water bottle, you may observe the water may convert into the ice. It freezes to the ice. So by decreasing the temperature, what happens? The water converting to the ice, the liquid state is converting to the solid. That's why what happened again, solid state can convert into liquid, liquid state can convert into solid, and liquid state can convert into the gaseous state can convert into the liquid state. So at the same time, solid state can directly convert into the gaseous state, and gaseous state can directly convert into the liquid state. How those means how they can change their state from one state to another. Imagine, take a camphor. Do you know camphor? Which is help to give devotee to the god or goddesses. Our parents may give a flame by burning the camphor, karpura. So while it is burning under to the sunlight or by using light or fire, the camphor will directly converting to the gaseous state. Camphor will directly convert to the gaseous state without leaving any liquid part. Any leaving liquid part. So what we can consider here, camphor is a solid state. By giving heat energy, it directly converts into the gaseous state. Not only by giving heat energy, if you place in open atmosphere, after some interval of time, it may left over from that. Means it will convert complete into a gaseous state. Same as naphthalene balls. What is that? Naphthalene balls are moth. What is that? Naphthalene balls are moth. So we know well about that naphthalene balls we may use in our home, in our clothes or dresses to avoid the insect and bad smell. And also we may use naphthalene balls in toilets to avoid the bad smell. So those never change into the liquid state, those are in the solid state. They can change directly into the gaseous state. They can directly change into the gaseous state. Understand? Then which process are involving in this whole process to change the one state to another of the matter? When matter changes its state from one state to another, how temperature is involving and also what are the processes are involving. And one more thing, when we work hard, we may observe our body produces sweat due to the rising temperature. Is it or not? Yes, of course. When wind blows through our body, we may feel cool because of the water droplets evaporate from our body. Then we felt cool. Yes, during the summer, we may feel always to drink hot water if fridge is not available because we may get cool water from the mud pot because of while pouring water into the mud pot consists of pores. Pore means holes. The water comes out through the holes or pores. When wind blows through the outer surface of the pot, the water evaporates and it becomes cool. And one more thing, during summer, the dog pantering its tongue. Pantering means hanging its tongue, hanging by showing out. Why? Because it felt too much heat at inside the body if you have no sweat glands. Due to that, it by hanging the pantering its tongue, the saliva will evaporate from the tongue and cool breeze will enter inside the stomach. Then it will feel cool. And we may observe the drying of cloths, wet cloths, during the summer, during the sunny days, during the winter, during the windy days, during the rainy season. Imagine one thing. In which conditions the wet cloth will dry very fastly. When you mop our floor, we may put on the sand. Why you want to put on the sand? To dry very fast. Why? Among the whole activities, which process are involved in that? That we will talk in the next class. So write down first this. Finished? We'll discuss in the next class. See you in the next class. Have a good day to you.